Okay, right now we want to doing some tests when we using the instrument variable. Actually, the much popular test, there's a two type of the test when we using the instrument variable. The first one is the test for the endogeneity, and the second one is the test of the validity. We want to test whether the our instrument is valid or not. Okay, so we will discuss the two type of the test. The first one is the test for endogeneity, and the second one is the test for the validity. Okay, so for the test of endogeneity, we discuss using the Wu-Hausmann test, which is much popular. The popular test for test the endogeneity. Okay, for this test of endogeneity, we want to test the presence of the correlation between explanatory variable and the error term. We want to test whether there is the correlation or not. Whether this the correlation or not between the explanatory variable in our model and the error term. If the test show that there is the correlation, means that there is the endogeneity. When there is the endogeneity, means that of course we need to using the instrument variable estimation. Okay, if our test prove that there is no correlation between the explanatory variable and the error term, so there is no reason why we need to using the instrument variable. In other words, in this case, we need to stick to the OLS estimation. We don't need to using there is no reason we using the instrument variable, because the test show that there is no presence of the correlation between the explanatory variable and the error term. Okay, so the null hypothesis is the covariance between the x and is equal to 0 versus the alternative, the covariance between the x and the e is not equal to 0. So the HO is referred to what? The HO is referred to there is no correlation between the x and e. X and E. So means that if we fail to reject HO, means that there is no correlation between the X and E. So means that we need to using the OLS. There is no reason we using the instrument variable. But if the HO is rejected, so means that we accept HA. Is refer that there is the covariance between X and E is not equal to 0. In other words, there is the correlation between the X and E. So of course means that we need to using the instrument variable estimation. We cannot using the OLS. We cannot use the OLS because because it will leads to the bias from the regression. Okay, so the idea of the Wu-Hausmann test is based on the test. The idea is based on the compare the performance of the least square estimator and the instrument variable estimator. This is the idea of the Hausmann test. We want to compare between the OLS and the instrument variable actually. The performance in the term of the performance. Okay, this is the how I want to develop the null and alternative hypothesis. Okay, so if the null hypothesis is true, both the least square estimator OLS for the B and instrument variable are consistent. So means that there is no difference between the OLS and the instrument variable. Let's say if for the null hypothesis for the null hypothesis, so we assume that the least square estimator for the B and the instrument variable estimator for the beta are consistent. Means that the coefficient we get from the LS and the instrument variable is same, not different. So means that in this case, of course, there is no reason we need to using the instrument variable because the result is same. Okay, in this case, we assume that there is no endogeneity problem from our model. So stick into the OLS. For the if the null hypothesis is false, means that the null hypothesis is rejected. So it means that when we compare the OLS and the instrument variable, the coefficient we get is different. The result is different. So means that of course the different is happen because there is the endogeneity. There is the endogeneity problem in our model. So in this case we have proof that there is a difference between the instrument variable estimation and well as. So in this case of course we need to using the instrument variable. We need to use the instrument variable because the problem of the endogeneity. Okay. Okay, so how I want to do by the Hosman test? So, okay, for this one, let's say this is our model. This I want to do by the Hosman test. Okay, this is our model. Yi is function of the x1, only one variable lah, the simple model. Now we wish to know whether x is correlated to the error or not. We want to correlate to the error or not. Okay, from this example, let's say we have the two instrument variable, z1 and z2. We have the two instrument variable, right? Okay, then from this model and these two instrument variable, let's say we carry out the following step lah. We want to look how want to do to perform the Wu-Hosman test. Okay, look this one. Okay. Okay, for the first step is we need to estimate the first stage model, or or we call it as a reduced form. We put the reduced form model. Okay, regress x. X we regress to the z1 and in this case z1 and z2. This is z2 not x2 because we don't have the x2. This mistake you need to correct it. This is the z2. Z2. Okay, after you regress the z2, okay, for this test we need to get, after we regress we need to get the residual. We need to get the residual, not the fit value. Not the fit value, we want to get the residual. Okay, so after we get regress this model, we need to get this residual based from this model. This is the formula lah. This is the formula for the residual. Okay, so if more than one explanatory variable is being tested for the endogeneity, so repeat the estimation for the each one. You need to get all the, if we have the more than one explanatory variable, you need to doing each one lah, estimate for the each one. Okay, and then after we have carry out the residual from this reduced form model, so we need to include the residual compute in step 1 as the explanatory variable in the original regression. Okay, this one original regression, this one y is function of the s1, and then after you have perform the reduced form regression and then get the residual, and then just plug in the residual into the original model. So this one y regress to the S1 from the original model and plus the residual, and then you regress, and then look the t statistic for the residual. In this case is referred to the delta lah. Refer to this delta. Look the value of the look the t test is significant or not. If the HO is fail to reject, means that there is no correlation between X and E. So means that we need to using the OLS. But if the HO is rejected, means that we accept the HA. There is the correlation between X and E. So means that we need to using the instrument variable estimation or the two-state least square. Okay, if more than one variable being tested for the endogeneity, we need to using the F test, because this one only one, endogeneity only one. But if we have the two or three, we call it test for the endogeneity, we need to using the F test. Okay, so this is how I want to do by the manually lah. Okay, the first stage is, okay, you need to regress the reduced form model from this data, card data. Okay, regress this model, quiet, regress model to the education. This education is the we call it the endogeneity problem, the endogenous variable, right? Endogenous, and then regress to the we call it instrument variable, instrument variable, and all the exogenous variable from the original model. Okay, after we regress this one, we need to carry out the residual. So how to carry out the residual? Okay, predicts and type the name of the variable. It's up to you lah what the name you want to using, comma, type residual. Not SB, not the SB. When you type SB, is refer to the fit value. For this case, we want to get the residual. So you need to type the residual. Okay, and then the second stage is regress the original model. Regress the original model, but include the residual. This one is referred to the original model, right? Regress always. This one education. This is the original model, but include the residual. And then we need to test the residual whether it's significant or not. Okay, test we can see that the value is 0.2149, 1.54. The F statistic is 1.54, and we can see that the probability, based on the probability, we can see that we fail to reject HO. We fail to reject HO actually. Okay, so this is how we want to do manually. But how want to do by the if you're using the IV regress? Okay, so the starter also provide the test without using this manually, but in this to get the automatically result for the endogeneity, we need to using the IV regress. So you type the IV regress to least square, and then we regress the model lah, the model LH, and then you put all the exogenous variable, and this is the instrument variable from the model, and then this is the result of the instrument variable. This is the instrument variable. Okay, after you regress the model with the instrument variable IV regress command, and then you just type stat endogenous. Type stat endogenous, and the starter will automatically give the value of the Wu-Hosman test. This one, Wu-Hosman test. Okay, look this one. Okay, the first thing is you need to regress the model. Okay, this one, you need to regress the model. Regress the model. Using the IV regress to least square. Okay, and then list the dependent variable and the exogenous variable, and then this is referred to the instrument variable and their endogeneity variable lah. Okay, education is endogenous variable, and the sport is referred to the instrument variable. That is the result. Okay, after the result is appear, this one, you need to type the stat endogenous, because we want to carry out the value of the want to test the endogeny. Test the endogeneity, and then the starter give the two result for the endogeneity test. The first one is Durbin score, and the second one is Wu-Hosman test. The Wu-Hosman test, we can see that the value is the F statistic we get is 1.5, and this 1.5 actually is same what we get from the manual. Look this one, 1.4, 1.54, same, right? It's the same. This one 1.54. 1.539, same value. Okay, this is how we perform the endogeneity test. Okay, the second one is want to using the instrument validity. Instrument validity. So the instrument validity is want to test whether the instrument we using is valid or not actually. The want to test whether the instrument we are using for the test is valid or not. Okay, the validity of this minimum number of requirement instrument cannot be tested. Okay, in this case we have the L larger to B. So L is referred to the how many instrument. L is referred to the how many instrument, and B is referred to the endogen variable. How many endogen variable, the number. So L is referred to the number of the instrument, and B is referred to the number of the endogenous variable. To perform the Sargent test, we must make sure that the L is larger than B lah. If the L is equal to B, we cannot perform the Sargent test. So the Sargent test can be applied when we have more instrument variable compared to the endogeneity variable in our model. The instrument is much more lah. Okay, must have the surplus. Or in other words, we must have the surplus instrument. Must have the surplus instrument. The L is larger than B. L is referred to what? L is referred to the number of the instrument, and B is referred to the number of the endogeneity variable. Number of the endogeneity variable. Okay. Okay, so how I want to do this instrument validity for the Sargent test. Okay, the first one is we must to compute the IV estimate of the beta using the all available instrument, including the G variable. And G is referred to the exogenous lah, general variable that are presumed to be exogenous, and the L instrument. How many L instrument lah? And then obtain the residual. You need to get the residual. Regress E on all available exogenous and instrument variable described in the step 1. And then compute the n dot r square. You need to get the value this one lah. This is referred to the Sargent test. This is the Sargent statistic lah, n r square. So if all the surplus moment condition are valid, then the this one lah, the n times r square is follow the chi-square distribution, which the degree of freedom is L minus B. So the degree of freedom is referred to the L minus B. So if the value of the test exceed the critical value from the chi-square distribution, chi-square critical, so we can conclude that at least one of the surplus moment is not valid. No, it's not valid. So means that the simple one is the HO, the instrument valid, the SA, the instrument is not valid. This is a simple one lah. Okay, the HO, the instrument is valid, the HA instrument is not valid. So if our test the HO is rejected, means that our instrument we using in the model is not valid. But if the HO is failed to reject, means that all the instrument we put into the model is valid. So let's say to perform the test, we look using the cut. You cut data same as before. Now we use the three instrument but for this case we use the three instrument for the education. For the education, what's the instrument we want to using? Okay, look this one. Okay, the first one is NIRS 4, father education and mother education. From the previous discussion, we only using NIRS 4, right? This one, we only using the NIRS 4 as the instrument for the education. But for this Sargent test, we also include another instrument for the education, namely father education and mother education. Okay. Okay, so how I want to doing by the data? Okay, by manually. Okay, by manually. So the first one is we regress the reduced form model. Okay, we regress the not the reduced form model. We regress by the two least square. Okay, we using the IV regress to least square, which experience. Okay, this one, okay, which is referred to the dependent variable, and this one all is referred to the exogenous variable, and then open the bracket because want to include the endogenous and instrument variable. Okay, put the education first because it's referred to the endogenous variable. And what's the instrument we want to put as a instrument for the education? Okay, NIRS 4, father education and mother education. Okay, we now have the three instrument. NIRS 4, father education and mother education, instrument for the education. Okay, and then after we regress, we want to get the value of the residual, right? I want to get the value of the residual. Okay, predicts, let's say E hat residual. Predict E hat residual. Okay, after we get the residual, and now, okay, this residual we get from this we call it to the square regression. okay, we will regress it head to the all explanatory variable and also the endogenous variable. We put we regress it head to the exogenous variable and endogenous variable in the model, from the model. Okay, look, this one experience. This is referred to the what? This is referred to the exogenous variable, right? Exogenous variable. This one is referred to the endogenous variable. Okay, regress the model. This one, and then after we regress the model, actually we want to get the we want to calculate. After we this one, we want to calculate the the value of the, let's say we put the Sagan test lah. Sagan test, we want to calculate the value of the n times by the r square. This one lah. This one 2220 times the r square. This one, how much value we get. Okay, this I want doing by the formula lah. This one, this one is n r square. This is the do manually n r square, and this refer to the n, and this refer to the r square. Okay, this one I want to this one I put the scala. This expression is referred to because I want to get the value of the chi-square, chi-square critical from the table. This is the formula lah. This is the formula. This one, this is the formula how to get the critical value from the chi-square distribution, and this is the p-value, and this is the result lah. Okay, look one. The result we get the and this the Sagan statistic we get the value is 0.4, and then the chi-square critical. Okay, this one we have to draw this one. To draw this one. Okay, the value of critical is 5.9. This is the HO. This is the HA. Okay, 5.9, 5.9, and the value of the Sagan statistic is 0.4. Alright, the statistic is 0.4. 0.4. This one, 0.4. So of course the 0.4 is included into the HO region, right? 0.4, something like this, include in the HO region. So means that we fail to reject HO. So when we fail to reject HO, means that the instrument is valid lah. The instrument is valid. Okay. Beside this manually, the starter also introduce the command specialized to look the instrument validity, and the command is override. We using the override to test for the instrument validity. Okay, how to do this command? A very simple one, means that you don't need to doing this step for the manual. Okay, just regress the model by the every regress to least square command. Okay, this regress this model, and then after you regress, just type instead override. Just type instead override, and you can get the Sagan test and also Boltzmann test. For this example, we want to look the Sagan test. The value of Sagan test is 0.4. This one, Sagan test is 0.4, and the probability value is 0.x. So means that we fail to reject HO lah. We fail to reject HO. The 0.4 we get from this automatically from this instead override is same what we get from the manually, 0.445. Same. This one is same, the value is same from this one lah. So the test show that the Sagan statistic is 0.445, with the p-value is 0.8 something. So test mean our hypothesis is fair to reject. We show that all the moment of the instrument, let's say nearest for father education, mother education, we use it for the instrument variable is valid. This is how we want to doing the Sagan test for the instrument validity.